What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe, play that song, 10-9-8, 4-0 talk coming at you, and Eagles make a trade. Howie season, always.
I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.
Welcome in, everybody. This is A2D Wednesday nights, only on A2D Radio. Every Wednesday. Oh, my God. That didn't go to, oh, my God. Where are we? That didn't go away. Oh, here we are. Oh, first timer. A2D Wednesday nights. Not off to the start the Sixers are here on A2D Wednesday nights. But listen, we got a lot. We got a lot coming at you. Always brought to you by our doc, make them yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, locations in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, Ryan Alizik, Luke Brown, Heel Chrome, Greg Milakovic. I'm Tom Arnone. Everybody out there, welcome in. Let's go. Eagles trade for Michael Carter, the second, not the first. You're curious, the second. We'll discuss that later on in the show. Sixers upcoming week. I mean, it's got to be topic of conversation. It's a bye week, and we're off to a 4-0 start. Is this Tyrese Maxey's team? VJ Rookie of the Year. We're going to get out of control tonight. I mean, expect for us to just be like, we got the tents on Broad Street. Things are happening. Things are happening. Come on board with us. Enjoy it. Why are they why are the comments not coming up? Why did you just do that? I don't know. All right, sorry, that's on me. Well, that's for me to worry about. Okay, but what's for you guys to worry about is the poll question. The sensational performance of Maxey and Edgecombe confirms the Sixers are now bona fide Eastern Conference contenders. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcast, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Join the conversation. Abso-freaking-lutely. You know what I mean? We got eyeballs. Everybody got eyes? Can everybody see? Right? This is electric. This is an exciting time. This might be one of the greatest times of our life right now that we're sitting through. It's not going to be that great, okay? Like when we're talking about cutting nets down. Let's not get carried away, even though I was joking about that earlier. But this is fun to watch. And it's really a breath of fresh air. And, dude, the way Tyrese Maxey is playing right now, they're absolutely bona fide Eastern Conference contenders. I mean, that's a star right there if we watch the first 4 games. That guy late in games is even better, okay? There's a reason we came back on all 4 games, right? There's a reason we've been the comeback kids early on here. Because when the lights get bright and the 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, we talk about it all the time. That's where you're going to find out who the best players are. Right? That's when you find out. And on all those times, he's been one of the best players. He's made most of our big plays outside of some big shots from other guys. Absolutely, right? But he's been the key piece to it. The key piece to it. I mean, that's what I feel when I'm watching him. Right? And so you factor that in, and you factor what you've seen from VJ as a rookie. Okay? And a guy who's averaging 22 a game as a rookie, 4 games in. Right? We don't expect him to average 25 a game. That's not fair to ask. And his worst performance was probably last night, and it wasn't even bad. And that's on a back-to-back, and it's his first back-to-back ever. Right? So that's new for a young kid. So you factor in when he's had a little bit of breather and what we've seen from him. Right? Just as a rookie. Yeah. Now, let's just go further than that. I mean, that's not even fair just to say those two. Let's look at Grimes and what we watched from him early on. Big shots. Right? Being able to get downhill, which is so big, finish around the basket, which he's really good at, and then big threes. Right? Last night, monster 3. Okay? And you knew it was going in as soon as he caught it. You're like, that's good. That's good. When did we ever say that before? Right? When have we felt that confident? So it's been a while. Yeah, you factor those 3 guys and then what you've seen from other little pieces here. Right? Of course. I thought Kelly's played awesome. I mean, he's really underrated. I don't think we give, I don't think we give him enough credit. I don't think we give Kelly Oubre enough credit. He's averaging 18 a game, right? So when you talk about those guys, and then Joel's a point a minute guy, right? Because he's 21 minutes right now, 16 points. So he's essentially a point a minute guy. And then when you get back, Jared McCain, when you get back, Joel Embiid at full strength, or you get back Paul George. Think about that. Me and Greg talked about the other night. That you're gonna have 7 guys that are double-figure guys. If that's not Eastern Conference contender, I don't know what is. There's my rant. If that's not Eastern Conference contender in an East where I got to get through New York and I got to get through Cleveland, I think they're your 2 big ones right now. We'll see how the rest shakes out. Right, there's a lot of time here to figure out where this all shakes out. But coming into it, that's who you feel like your biggest get-throughs are, right, guys?
Yep.
So they're the 2 teams. Listen, I think when all these guys are back, I think right now we're just as good as those teams the way we're playing. And I think when we get the whole crew back together here and they get to play with each other for a little bit and we get to work out who fits with who, what pieces of the puzzle fit, absolutely. I mean, if you're not bought in, nothing will buy you in. If you're not watching Joel Embiid celebrating why he's not in the game anymore because of minute restrictions, if you're not watching the excitement that you're watching from this bench and you don't feel a different vibe and you don't feel like that everything we went through is over and we actually got lucky like we talked about this offseason in the draft where you can have the best of both worlds, you can rebuild while winning, and we just did it. We got the guards for the next 10 years. Soak it in, cats. Soak it in, younger peeps. All right? Enjoy yourselves. So, hell yeah. And not just this year, the year following, the year after that, because VJ is going to get bigger. He's going to get stronger. And when that happens with the athleticism, time's yours, people.
No, Tommy, you're absolutely right. And, I mean, it's got me watching, right? And we know that is, in and itself, is a huge thing. But like we talked about on Sunday, they're exciting. I absolutely agree with the poll. Even if you just simplify it back to the last 2 games, right? Your first game without Joel Embiid the other night against Orlando, that's usually a chock-full loss. I don't care that it's at home. That game is a game that you lose every other year of the Joel Embiid era. And yet not only did they win, but they pretty much dominated that entire game. It got dicey there in the third quarter, right? Third quarter still seemed to be our bugaboo with this team. But in reality, that game wasn't as close as even if that score said. And then last night, the way they came back and the way they fought and they clawed to get back in that game and then took it over late. I mean, I think Joel jumped higher being a cheerleader on the bench than he did in any part of the game itself.
No doubt.
Right? Celebrating with that win and celebrating, especially Tyrese. So, yeah, I absolutely agree. These 2 kids they're fun to watch.
You can say 3 kids. Keep making sure you say 3.
You can say the whole team too, right? In reality, the whole team's fun to watch.
A lot of young kids, but the 3 guards.
Yeah.
And the 4th one who's not here right now because he's hurt. Mm-hmm. You know, and he's probably painting his nails. But the 4th, and that's fine. I don't give a shit what you do. Drop 20 a game. I give a rat's ass. Go perform. But the 4 guards are all 25 and under. It's crazy.
They are.
It's crazy. Now we're all taking shots. Like, 4 games ago, we're like, wait, 25 million. It's 11 million max. Now I'm like, dude, is that guy a max player?
We're not going to go that far. No, yeah, listen, I agree to the poll too. I think one of the things that Greg was talking about, right, is games that they would typically lose in the past. And I know we're only 4 games in, but listen, throughout a season, an 82-game season, you're going to have games like Washington where it may be a team that you're supposed to beat, but it comes down to the wire, and to be able to overcome and be able to pull that game out. And the most encouraging thing, and you guys know I've talked about this last year and the season before, was my concerns is Tyrese Maxey, that guy that we hoped that he could be, because up till this year, when Joel Embiid's not been in the lineup, the team has struggled to go along with his lead. But this year's been a totally different story. And it seems like every game in the 4th quarter, Tyrese Maxey just flips a switch. That's the kind of stuff that elite players do. I mean, I think somebody in our chat said it last night. They went 3 minutes in overtime without scoring a point.
Yeah, first 3.
And then, again, switch turns on. They create turnovers. Bona had himself a ball game yesterday. I mean, they're young, they're exciting. It's fun to watch it. And that's the thing too. It's not just the same old thing. It's not the bringing in the James Hardens and this and that. It's an up-tempo style that really you typically can't do if Joel Embiid's playing 35 to 40 minutes a night. And it really is giving you a glimpse into what could this team be with a healthy Joel Embiid down the stretch with these guys if they continue to play at this level, and B, beyond that point, when the full process era is officially done, what this next era is going to look like is going to be very exciting in Philadelphia.
Absolutely. I mean, you nailed it with the key is, what does this team look like with a healthy Joel Embiid? Right. That's and we might never see that again, but maybe we will. And I think that's
Best
why
team ever.
Yeah, I think that's why they're being smart with it, because this is a long game. This is getting the starting pitcher through 9, right? This isn't having them come out and throw 98 in the first and not be able to finish the game, right? So, or finish the first. So it's a long game right now. We talked about that Sunday too, Greg.
Yeah,
this has got to be a long game with him, and now he's more important down the stretch than he is now. And you can run with him. That's the funny thing with Joel. You can run with him. I mean, guys run with Steven Adams. I mean, I've watched teams run with Steven Adams. So like you can run with anybody, which I think is great because you can get up and down. He can be a trail for the 3, which he enjoys anyway. So I mean, get up and down. Get up and down it, and he's going to get guys. He's going to look better. I know how he looks right now, but like think about a guy that looks like he looks right now, and he's averaging essentially a point a minute besides the one game. He's averaging about 16 and a half a game at 21 minutes. And he's not even close to what he's going to look like, you hope, in April. It's a long time away, baby. So take it easy on him, because now you know you can win with him playing 20 minutes, giving you 20 points. That's fun. That's a good time to have, right? And now where else are you going to get it from? So when Paul George comes back and McCain comes back, hey, Joe, I need you for April. We've always known this was not important. And now we have a team, like you guys have said too, that can do it. We have a team that can win in the regular season without you, it looks like. Not without you totally, but with you, 20 minutes here, no back-to-back, pick and choose spots, games to play, keep your legs under you. We'll rev you up. We'll rev you up with a month to go.
Well, I mean, even adding in a guy like a Dominic Barlow, right, who's produced pretty well in the small play that he's had early on. Every game, you have 4 or 5 guys in double figures. That's what's encouraging to me.
And Drummond's been awesome, Chrome. Drummond's been awesome.
I mean,
Drummond's been awesome.
What do you have, 7 rebounds?
Who knew that toe? Who knew? That's the most real injury, I think, in the process era, was when he was bitching about his toe. I didn't even want to hear it. I want to listen to it. That toe injury might have derailed last season. Let's be real. If we're going to point to anything, it's Andre Drummond's toe.
I mean, didn't he have 7 rebounds in the fourth quarter?
He's on another level right now. I can't believe what I'm watching.
We saw that in his first stint. He had that one game where he had 21 rebounds.
I mean, him and Adem Bona's the best. I went from last Wednesday, I said, backup bigs, absolute problem, got to figure it out. Now Adem Bona is Rudy Gobert, and Andre Drummond is prime Andre Drummond. We are back. Like, we are all the way back. And I said it, like, I was talking with Ryan before the show. I'm like, yes, right now we're contenders, yes. But if somehow, I'm not predicting this is going to happen, but say we get to 8-0 somehow. Don't think it's going to happen. Say we get to 8-0. Now we're in dangerous territory where we're finals or bust contenders. We don't want to be there. We don't want to be there. We all know how that ends. We're absolutely contenders. And what's awesome about Tyrese Maxey, he is now obviously statistically in an elite scoring category, but forget the stats. It just looks that way. Look at all these guys who are elite scorers in the NBA. It's like, okay, how consistently are you scoring? Does it look easy to you? Like when you step back and watch it on the television, sometimes it just looks so easy for those guys. And then the last thing is, are you like a gotta have it guy? Not necessarily saying tie game, fourth quarter, give me the game-winning shot, more so than it is, hey, they're on a 7-0 run. I want to keep my timeout. Get us a bucket. And that's how they keep coming back in these games. So he is like, obviously 37 points. He'll say that automatically. But just eye test, it just looks different. It really, really does. He just has control over the whole game. It's amazing. It really is.
His development's unbelievable.
It's crazy. And I was like, I see online the Harden comparisons. Footwork, I see it, no doubt about it. he reminds me more so of Damian Lillard, to where like he's crossing half court. He puts so much pressure on the top defender to guard him 35 feet out that he needs to guard him there. And he's so fast and he's so creative that he can get to the line. Like that's where you combine all these different assets and skill sets he has, and it just gets scary in what he can do.
He's James Harden. He's developed James Harden's footwork from being around James Harden, obviously, because the kid's a sponge. But bigger than that, he's Allen Iverson speed. Like that's what he is. He's AI speed. So to your point, Luke, he's developed such a great 3-point game and mid-range game, right? We saw a mid-range jumper, like a fadeaway over a guy way bigger than him the other night.
Yeah.
And you're like, he got that off, dude? And he, like, that's a tough shot, but it looked easy, right? He had a little step back to it. Looked easy for him. But he's got AI speed, but he's got the 3-point game, right? Not that Allen didn't, but that's why you're talking about so much pressure, because it's like, that's why he can get to the basket. He gets to the basket at will, almost. And he does such a good job of learning how teams try to defend him without Embiid on the court. And he's grown off of that. It's something he really wanted to educate himself last year and learn. And I think he just continues. You're just watching when you have the talent and you really want it, right? It's a great message to any kid out there. And you really want it, and you really want to learn, and you really want to get better. You just don't want to talk about it. Look at Tyrese Maxey, because there's not a better example of a guy every year that does something new and something better. Something better is in his game year in, year out. And that's why, if you don't believe in the poll question, it's sort of crazy to me. But go ahead, Rye.
Yeah, no.
Luke, I assume you agree. I assume you agree.
Oh, yeah. I said if we get to 8-0, we need to bump it to finals finals favorites. So
absolutely. Yeah. No, like this is where we're at, right? Just to add on more on the Maxey thing. Like, the second he gets across half court, like he could score, right? He could pull up from mid court. He can get past you. He gets to the bucket. He could lay it up underneath that reverse layup he had last night in overtime to get our first bucket. I have no idea how that happened. I have no idea how he scored that. He's got the floater game, which is delicious. He's got the mid-range, like, step back jumpers. He's got your, step back threes. He's even been back putting off of Joel Embiid passes. Like, everything that Maxey has done so far this season has been absurd, right? Obviously, the dude's an all-star. He's been an all-star, his second year of the league. Right. And you could say he's taken a bit of a step back. And obviously, last year he was hurt. So people were giving him some shit. Maybe necessarily he may have been able to come back, maybe not have, but like he has come out with such a fire to start this season. Like he's running past everybody. He's everything he's done has worked. And like, dude is just, you got to cover him for 94 feet. You got to cover him floor to floor. Because he'll be up and down that court all night long. Like he's the guy who's getting the ball in those last 30 seconds, right? Like they're gonna foul you and you're going to the free throw line. It's Maxey. He's going to the line, right? I think he had like 20 free throws last night. I think he went like 19 of 20 or something. Like dude's missed maybe 2 free throws all season. Dude's been nuts, right? Like it's insane. And then you throw in a 20-year-old kid in VJ Edgecombe who's getting Anthony Edwards like comparisons. Like it's insane. Like, yes, VJ didn't play great last night. Like I think he was 4 for 12, but those 4 shots were 3-pointers, which we didn't really know if he had that coming in. Yeah, right. We saw it a little bit, but like we weren't sure if he was going to just be, that athlete's just going to go in, like pull up jumpers inside close or just dunking over you like he did in that first game against Boston. Like it's so cool to see because I think he even did like a step back. Like, I assume he picked that up off of Maxey, right? So hopefully like he's doing that same type of thing that Maxey did with Harden and Maxey's teaching him that same type of footwork, right? Because if you can get 2 guys that, assuming they're not always going to play together, right? And then you filter in a Jared McCain, you filter in, Quentin Grimes. You filter in, I don't know, somebody else we might find. I'm sure Kyle Lowry will get minutes at some point, maybe in like April. Who knows? But like you have 4 young guards right there that's going to run. They can all give you 20 a night, right? 20 plus at night. They can all shoot it from wherever. And then, that takes the pressure off of Joel. He doesn't have to play 30, 35 minutes a night. Paul George, whenever he comes back, he doesn't have to play 30 minutes a night, right? You can ease these guys back in because you can just let the kids go. Like, Bona's been really good. Who else has been playing, man? Like, everybody's just been so good, right? Like, you've seen a little bit of like Barlow's been solid. Eric Gordon shot well the other night. Like,
he came in and just firing.
Like,
and it was
it's insane. Like I got out of work late last night, and I got in the car. I think it was 1:10:94. I'm like, oh, like they're still in this game. So like I had on the radio, and I got home like it was just about to go to overtime. I'm like, they're gonna win this game. Whereas last year, obviously the situation was completely different. I'm not even attempting to look at the game. I'm not turning the radio on. Nothing. I'm like, all right, cool. We'll see you tomorrow night, maybe. Right? It's just such a different vibe in the last even couple weeks, right? Because we talked over the offseason about, they can be a solid team. Yeah, they'll make the playoffs. They might be like a 6 seed. They'll make it. They might make some noise. But like the way that they're playing now, and these kids, like, they're playing so good. Like, I didn't expect VJ to be playing this well this early. Because I think he's averaging like 21, 22 points and then like 5 and 5.
Yep, he's 5
so
and
like
5.
So like he's much more than I thought. Right now, obviously McCain being hurt gives him those minutes right away that he may not have had. So I'm really happy in a way that McCain's not playing right now. So then it doesn't give Nick Nurse to be like, oh, hey, let's get Kyle Lowry some minutes. Like, no, let's let the kids play.
Yeah, the only negative is you have 2 guys over 4. We have one guy playing like 43 minutes a game in Tyrese Maxey on average, and VJ's playing over 40. So that if there's a negative, it's that. That's why you need some of these guys back to give these guys a little bit of a breather here and there. But the really crazy thing about this, everything we've talked about so far, and why you say, well, how do you have them going to Eastern Conference Final? How do you believe that? Well, in the fourth quarter last night, Tyrese Maxey had 14 points. Okay. Quentin Grimes had 12, but Tyrese Maxey had 14. He was a plus 16. So was Grimes. In OT, after they didn't score for 3 minutes, he had 9 points. He had 9 points.
Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. That's everything you need to know if they're a contender. Everything you need to know.
Closer.
Because that ain't me. That ain't the homer down 8-1, up 8-1. You understand? That's not the meaningless homer. There's nothing. It's never meaningless. You got to hit it, right? But it's not the homer that we used to joke about with Reese back in the day. Little stat patter there.
Yeah.
Down 9-2. Well, 9-3 now. Cool. Glad you got the 20. Right. Okay. You got the 30. Like, it's not that. It's not hollow numbers. Donovan Mitchell to me is a hollow guy. Right. There's guys out there that I think are hollow numbers. Right. Tyrese Maxey is the opposite of hollow numbers. Like you said, gotta have it guy. That's who he is. And that's what stars are. And that's what wins in this
100%.
damn league. And where do the calls are starting to come? They're starting to come. Where do they really come? Where do they really?
Yeah, they're not coming enough at all. Especially, it's not even he gets the callers, I feel like, away from the basket. He doesn't get them at all. They don't reward him at all going to the basket. That's the NBA's like biggest problem. If you talk like product, that's the easiest thing you can do to fix your product is reward people for going to the basket. That's what no one likes watching this fadeaway crap. And this is coming from like a Sixers fan who's watched Joel Embiid forever. I understand it. So if you don't want to watch that, you have to reward them for going to the basket. No one else is going to do it then. He's getting mauled at the basket, and you're not going to call it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take it all even a step further and touched on it earlier, but kind of going deeper into it. They've had 4 games. In 3 of those 4 games, they've had 5 guys in double figures. The other one, they had 4 guys in double figures. And this is the time of year where you want to find out how much depth you have. Guys who could come in and give meaningful minutes. And at this point, everybody seems to be coming in and giving meaningful minutes. And then on the flip side, it's we've had an issue for years on a closer. And this is the time of year we need to learn who are the guys at crunch time that are going to be able to step up and hit a shot? Because we haven't had one since Jimmy Butler. And seeing Tyrese now stepping up, and then adding Grimes as a guy who seems like the moment doesn't get too big for him. You know, when you need a guy to step out, space the floor out, and give somebody an open shot, you're starting to find out that it doesn't have to be on Joel Embiid's shoulders that last 2 or 3 minutes of the game. You have guys, and I think that's such a key. That every winning team has guys that can close, and it seems like there's a possibility there could be quite a few on this team.
Well, look at this, right? So if you start just fourth quarter Boston, and we'll go from there, right? Fourth quarter Boston, Tyrese Maxey 15 points, VJ had 9, and Quentin Grimes had 7. So there's like your fourth quarter numbers. Okay, you go to Charlotte, right? Similar conversation with Tyrese Maxey, 12. Okay, Oubre had 9 in that one. He was your next highest scorer. Okay, so another double digit fourth. Go to Orlando. This sort of becomes a trend here, boys. So they'll just look it up. You go to Orlando, fourth quarter, Tyrese Maxey 12 points. Okay, nobody else in double figures in the fourth. Tyrese Maxey was. And you go to the final one, like we just talked about, 14 in the fourth, and then 9 in OT. So there's the closer conversation. There's what stuff we've been missing. When you talk about great baseball teams, you don't got a closer. You need it. It's the hardest house to get. And those 7 minutes are the hardest part of the game.
No doubt.
You know,
remember that Charlotte game? They went boxing 1 and literally tried to take him out of the game, but he just found such a rhythm in getting the ball and getting to the foul line that it didn't matter. Like I'm telling, like that's what matters. That's what takes you from 25 a game to 29 a game, and in his case, it's from like 31 to 37 and a half. Like crazy numbers. He's doing ridiculous stuff. And last year, there was a moment where he called Joel out in the locker room. Yeah. And in the heat of the moment, everyone as fans, including myself, were like, whoever leaked this, Eric Gordon, whoever leaked this is an asshole. And we don't like whatever. And then B went apeshit over it, rightfully so. And now really looking back, the big story should have been that was the moment. It's not this year. That was the moment. Because now you look in the pregame huddle, he's the one talking to the team, breaking the team down. He's the one, it seems like every time he gets to the foul line, he turns around him and talks to the entire team, telling them to lock in. He's the soul. He's the guy. He's the centerpiece. It happened then.
The franchise, right?
Yeah.
No, and Joel called him that. So let me just make this easy for people. Some guys aren't built.
He might have called him it, but he didn't mean it until then.
Maybe he did mean it, right? Because I want to say this. I think this is important. I think this is a sign of growth and maturity from Joel Embiid as well. Okay, because some guys aren't the vocal leader huddle guys. Some guys don't operate that. Some guys aren't going to outwork you. They're just great, right? Some guys are just great. He's just great. Okay, that's what Joel is, and that's fine. There's a reason we haven't got over it because we only had a true leader for like a minute, and that was Jimmy. So we never had it to that point. So to watch him grow into that, and to watch a guy who's paid a lot of money here too for a while allow it to happen is even bigger. It's even bigger. It's literally even bigger, and it's not talked about. Nobody on the dial is going to talk about it. Nobody anywhere is going to talk about it. That's the key to the whole thing. If there is tension there and that doesn't work, and he doesn't allow the franchise to come into the process, right? If he doesn't allow that to happen, we're not 4-0.
And maybe
we're not having this conversation.
And maybe it's a sign of Joel's maturation as well, to kind of realize where he's at this point and realize that for this team to go forward, there needs to be another voice in the room, maybe a bigger voice than his at this point. And he kind of just has to sit in the passenger seat for a while and let Maxey do what he needs to do and step in and be the leader of this team.
How many times do you see it with guys in sports all around where they get to a certain point in their career and they have the accolades? Mm-hmm. Like they have the accolades. Like he's a gold jacket guy. He's going in the NBA Hall of Fame, right? That, like you can write that down somewhere. Okay, that's going to happen. But he doesn't have the other stuff that these guys crave. The competitors crave it. We might not think it, right? But he craves it. He wants to feel what that feels like naturally, like you would want that.
But it's that, but it's also like I've been saying this for years. He doesn't get enough credit for it. It's not only that he really wants to win. He really wants to win here.
Yeah.
Do you understand how many times he could have asked out over the year in a league where guys ask out over the dumbest stuff all the time across the NBA. He has stuck with us. Let's just let that sink in for a long time. So, like, he wants to win here. And I don't think people talk about that. Yeah, no one talks about that. No one does.
Nobody gives him credit for not being a diva and wanting out. Nobody talks about that stuff, and I think that's
listen. We don't have to do the Joel Embiid thing right now. To keep it short, he wasn't supposed to be the guy that's the MVP carrying you to titles because he was a piece that you were lucky to get around a million other picks where you knew he wasn't playing for 2 years. It was supposed to be other guys. Tasks were put onto him that he was not ready for. He's opened up and talked about it. He doesn't deserve nearly as much blame as the organization does. We'll leave it there, but we'll bow tie that.
We'll bow tie that, and we'll say the guy who was supposed to do it wore number 25 in this city, and that never came to happen. But again, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right?
Yep.
And we got lucky with COVID because Tyrese Maxey fell. Right?
Yeah.
He doesn't fall without COVID. COVID saved the Philadelphia 76ers. They didn't save a lot of people, but it saved us. Okay. And from that point on, I think then you go get McCain and then you get lucky again with the 3 pick, lucky again, because now you can take who you really feel like is the best there. Like you don't have to reach for anything. You don't have to take what the media, like we talk about, might force you to take. You don't do any of that. And that's a guy they targeted and wanted. Right. And they loved him. They obviously flew him in here with Maxey. Right. We knew all those reports. So they loved him. Nick Nurse said it. Like, this is who I thought he was going to be. Right. And whatever. Long story short, we got lucky again.
Yeah.
And here we are. And we're lucky Joel Embiid's walking and playing right now from reports in the summer that people were saying he might never walk again, it sounded like. So, the fact that he's even playing 20 minutes a game is remarkable at this point of the year. And like again, we could go on the whole Joel deserves better thing because he does, but maybe his loyalty pays off. Maybe in sports where there's no loyalty really anymore, and it goes from travel sports all the way up into the big leagues, right? There's the loyalty isn't a thing anymore, right? And when you get a guy who is loyal to your organization, he deserves better, and maybe the gods are giving it to him.
He absolutely deserves it. And if you're giving him crap right now for being carried, wake up, because there has been so much drama and bullshit that has gone on over the last decade plus, and he's the only thing left standing. The only thing.
Yep.
Things have came and gone. He's the only thing that's still here. So even if he's got black and blues all over his body or whatever the hell he's got, it doesn't matter. I don't care. If he gets one, he deserves it 1,000%. Whether it's not going to be this year, even if it's 6 years down the line and he's at the end of that contract, whatever it is, he deserves it.
I want to kind of compare Joe to a guy who's actually playing tonight out in LA. I want to compare Joel to Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman was with the Braves forever, right? Forever. Like, franchise cornerstone, is going to be a Hall of Famer, going to go in as a Brave, right? I don't know if he won an MVP when he was there, possibly, but he finally won a World Series there, and then the year after that, he was gone, right? It's just how it is sometimes. So hopefully, with these younger cats who can take a little bit off of them, Maxey's our Ronald Acuna Jr., take something off from this guy and just have somebody else go out there. And, even though you can be the face of the franchise, you're the guy that's been there forever, go be, the second guy. You don't have to be the guy that's, puts everything on your shoulders anymore, right? Share that load a little bit, right?
Well, if you
take
watch
advantage,
but if you watch
take advantage of
long
the guy.
enough, he was watch it. He's a guy who's watched the sport forever, right? He talks about watching older versions of players. So when you watch the sport forever, you've always, and he said this, he's come out in pressers and said this, that he can't do it by himself, right? And you need another star, like a real star, to do it, right? And it's got to be a Batman Robin or 2 Batmans, right? It has to be that, and I think he knows that. And by knowing that, it allows this to happen. Tyrese's a guy he likes. It's not like they don't like each other. There's never been any of that of them not liking each other or any beef besides he wants them to be on time for stuff. Okay, good. I want him on time too. So I like that you're going to hold him accountable, and you haven't heard anything since it, right? You haven't heard anything about Joel being late, Joel not doing this, but none of that stuff. So this is awesome. Like, this is awesome that we're even having this conversation 4 games in, that we feel this good about this team, right? And it can only go up from here. You're talking about Clippers picks down the road that are going to be great, right? There's so much stuff, and we've drafted well late. Obviously, we talk about there's a bunch of guys on this roster drafted later, from Maxey, McCain, Bona, and Broom, whatever the hell his name is.
Broom.
Yeah, Broom. Yeah. Right, like guys that are on this roster that were drafted later. I mean, so they're doing a good job with that stuff, and we know their player development here. This is exciting times. Holy shit!
I think too, adding on to that, right? Like, Joel Embiid himself has said that Tyrese Maxey is the best teammate he's had. He's on record of saying that. So he's not just going to go out there to put that show on, because Joel speaks very candidly quite often. He was not happy about Jimmy Butler not being here. And so there's a number of occasions where you can really go over that. But I think too, and I've had a conversation with somebody last week where they were just talking about, like, how come the Sixers always bring in guys too late? And like, the thing with the NBA is, they get pretty lengthy contracts coming out of the gate, and most of them sign their rookie extensions if they're an elite player. So the reality is, the majority of players, by the time they're really a free agent anyway, they're already hitting 30, 31, 32, where they move on from teams anyway. So it is kind of a crapshoot where you're taking chances on guys like, a 34-year-old Paul George or James Harden or, whatever it is. That's just kind of what it's been. All along, they needed to hit another home run like they did with Joel in the draft, and it took a while. But now getting Maxey in here, and then the luck, like you said, Tom, the luck of the basketball gods being on our shoulders to bring VJ Edgecombe here is, this is what you needed. Now, even beyond Joel, you have 2 guys who their contracts run or their ages are similar. They're going to run this organization for years to come, where you're not going to have to worry about going out getting multiple stars. Now you're just constantly now putting the depth and putting the pieces around them.
That's it. That is it.
We're not star chasing anymore.
No, which is nice, right?
No, you're right. You got your stars.
You can do it the right way, right? And I think they're doing it the right way. This is, like I said, this is just a great situation that they're in. And they got guys coming back, man. Listen, it ain't easy. I feel like we're the Warriors right now. Like back in the day, like there's only one ball to go around. You know what I mean? Like, how are all these guys going to get these shots? Like, there's one ball to go around. Like, it feels like a little of that, because you literally have 7 guys that are going to be double-figure guys. I said the most underrated guy in the Philadelphia 76ers right now is Kelly Oubre. Like, he doesn't get talked about enough. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's 51% from the field. He's 51% from the field. That's ridiculous. So you're talking about Maxey, VJ, Kelly, Q, Joel. There's 5, right? And then PG, McCain. 7 guys.
And then you got a Barlow who's giving you great minutes. You got a Jacoby Walker who's giving you great minutes. You got all these other guys giving you great minutes. Like, there are going to be guys who are 22 and 23 years old. They're not just 39 like Eric Gordon, who might be able to do something on an NBA court. They're 22 and 23 years old. When fully healthy, if that ever happens, they're not seeing the court, which is insane, like, to think about. That has never happened in any year of this era. This has not happened. And that's a good thing, because look at Oklahoma City. Because you're going to get injuries. You might even get them in the playoffs to that 7th, 8th, 9th guy. And then you see him this year. It's like, who the hell is Mitchell? He's coming on the court and dropping 25.
Well, that's what
people are going to say,
out.
who the hell?
Yeah, you roll out an Eric Gordon at that point. Like,
who's this guy? Who's that guy? I don't know.
Like, Sixers? Like, that's what people will start saying in the playoffs. Like, Eric Gordon was on the Sixers this year? I didn't even know. I thought he retired. People are going to say, I thought he retired.
No, people are like, oh, I forgot Kelly Oubre. That's what right now. Kelly Oubre. Oh my God, I forgot he's on the Sixers.
I'll tell you what, the thing too, and I don't think it's he's given anywhere near enough credit. I know we do typically on this show, but everybody wants to point to James Harden and say, and part of it is his own doing, that's Daryl Morey's legacy everywhere it's tied to James Harden. However, I think if you look big picture of things, what that did was get them out of an impossible situation by being able to get rid of Ben Simmons at that point, who we've seen exactly whatever you got out of James Harden, it was 1,000 times more worth what Ben Simmons was providing after that fact. But it's those moves, the Kelly Oubre's, the Quentin Grimes, and these types of guys that he has brought in, even Batum when he was here for that 1 year, these guys that have come in and really have been true contributing role players. Not everyone's been a home run, but a lot of them have. And again, Kelly Oubre, since he's been here, has been a contributor, like a high-level contributor to this team. They just needed to have more around. And I think you have to give Daryl Morey credit for that. Not only is he drafting extremely well, but he really has done a good job in finding good role players that this team can work with going forward. I mean, Grimes was a steal, an absolute steal.
I mean, how dumb are the Mavericks to be like, yeah, we'll trade a 25-year-old for an older guy because now we're going to tank so we can get the first pick? Huh? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So,
well, they'll tell you it was worth it. They'll tell you it was worth it to get Cooper Flag, but still.
Right? Yeah, okay. Because we did a great job tanking with Quentin Grimes, so we did both. So screw off. Yeah,
DJ is currently leading the Rookie of the Year voting. I know we're 4 games in, but he's overtaken Cooper Flag by yay much as the favorite.
He's unbelievable.
I mean, not for nothing. I'm not counting on it necessarily happening. I hope that it does. I think he's talented enough to do it. But man, that would just be the icing on top of it.
It'd be so funny
if he beats out Cooper Flag and you got Quentin Grimes from that team, and you end up like, oh my god,
hilarious.
Be over.
Sad thing though is they fumbled the Quentin Grimes scenario over the offseason though. You almost made it impossible for him to resign.
Yep.
So you better do whatever you want to do this year with Quentin Grimes because he's going to be gone next year.
Right. It's not the 25 million thing. It's the lack of urgency that they felt to get a deal done because they were scared of the luxury tax. When now I feel like they look at him as a player that's well worth getting into the luxury tax.
Yes.
And because of the luxury tax, the contract they offered him, I'm sure, I mean, he declined it for a reason, but it was a joke. So,
but hold on real quick about that. That's okay. I mean, I don't know NBA rules as much as like when it comes to signing guys, etc., like other sports, because they're just more basic other sports. But in terms of this, like, is it not something that can't get done in season? Is it like once you have a guy, like I always feel like when you have a guy in your locker room, it's easier to keep a guy. Now, it doesn't mean you get him for cheaper. It's just easier to keep them when somebody's here and they like to be here, right? It's a place that, it's a place that traded for him. It's a place, I always think about that too. When you trade for a guy, you show them that you value them by trading for them naturally. Okay. So when you trade for a guy, he feels valued. Now you can feel a little slighted in a contract, but at the end of the day, his body of work was small. So they had every right to the low ball first offer. That's what you should do. Like bad organization.
Right, but it was the timing of the offer. They offered it to him right at the deadline, giving him almost no room to negotiate anything. Like that was the problem. They were like, "Oh yeah, and here's your offer."
And you can't negotiate anything in season.
No, he can't negotiate because he was a he put the qualifying offer on him. So they were waiting for teams to then go and pay him a ton of money. Maybe they would match it. But now in today's NBA, no one has money. So as long as there's not another team saving up a ton of money and willing to pay him a ton of money, I think by the end of next summer, it should work itself out.
Yeah, see,
but there can't.
Okay, so we're okay.
But that's a big if. Like, what if a team like Brooklyn's like, what?
What happened if they gave him $20 million and he's not good enough for it? Like, there's other factors. Like in their defense, I get it. Listen, guys, I get it. But in their defense, the body of work like isn't gigantic here.
No, it's not. But this is where Paul George kills you because
that's a different.
The luxury tax kills you.
Right, but I think that the other factor in this too is the whole NBA structure is different now.
Yeah.
So I don't think you have to worry as much about a guy going out and getting a max deal because the league's not structured to allow 3 max guys on teams anymore, right? So it's more beneficial to him to stay here because they can pay him more money. And I think too, listen, winning tends to heal a lot of wounds. And let's not forget, I mean, Tyrese Maxey, they waited to extend too, so they could get under the luxury tax. So it's not like something this organization hasn't done before. And I don't think the NBA I think it's not impossible, but I don't think that the NBA is set up now for the Tobias Harrises of the world to just go out and get a max deal. Unless you're a Detroit who literally needs to hit, the basement number and is just giving out extra money in order to hit the minimum. And if that's the case, then winning is not a priority to him. And then that's,
well, he's clearly happy right now. That's obvious. He's happy to be here right now. I'm not saying that. I just think that what they did with him. How much is he
making this year? How much is he making this year?
Like 7-8 million.
Yeah, I'm sure he's happy to be here. I mean, I'm sure when you're clearing for that, I'm sure you're good for this year.
I mean, this guy's a first round pick. This guy's been NBA ready. He played high level college basketball. He's been a very good quality player for a long time. It just took him a little bit to get acclimated into the NBA, but he's been great. And Kelly Oubre, by the way, deserves shine.
Yeah. People have been giving Kelly shit since he got here. I love Kelly Oubre, dude. Dude always plays hard.
Well, the thing with Kelly is that he can't be Charlotte Hornets Kelly, where we saw last year where he's on a team by himself. You're not allowed to judge Kelly Oubre when he's on a team by himself. I think we've all learned that. When he plays with great players or even good players, even the first year he was here, when it was like Embiid and a bunch of like good role players, Maxey at the time, Melton, like it seemed good with Batum. He shined in that system too. Like they were good players he was surrounded by. So if you surround him by good talent, he's athletic enough and he can score enough to where like he'll just find ways to impact a game. Like it's
awesome. If he's the third or fourth best player on the floor,
he's great. Yeah. Especially off your bench.
He's what Andre Iguodala should have been. There was so much expectation put on Andre Iguodala, and the whole thing is you knew that this guy, if he got to a winning organization that had pieces in place, and you say, I need a defensive specialist who can score the bucket 14 points a night, 10 points, 12 points a night, give me double figures. You knew that he was going to be a guy who was going to be a championship caliber player. I feel like Kelly Oubre, to a little bit of a lesser degree, is that type of player, though, to where, to your point, Luke, right? Like he's not Batman. He may not even be Robin, but he might be Commissioner Gordon. He's still got a job.
You need a lot of those. You need those. You absolutely need those. We lost the playoff series a few years ago because of it, New York. I mean, that is why we lost that series. The stars showed up and no one else did.
Right.
Yeah. Damian Wayne, Red Hood, still in there. One of the Bat fam. He's there.
I see Mr. James. I see you. And you're in the back of my head. I see where you're coming from. I'm having a hard time refuting it, although they are scoring a shit ton of points. We've definitely acknowledged that. But when it comes down to, all right, now we're in the postseason. Now we're in the playoffs. And maybe we win a playoff series. Now you're in the semifinal. Like, you can't be giving up 122 points a game. Maybe that gets better. It's only game 4. Maybe they make a deal by the end of that. Kind of hard to judge that far in advance, but I hear where you're coming from.
I don't.
But one thing.
That's cool. Yeah, go ahead, Greg. Greg, go ahead.
No, you say one thing that they're not doing, though, is they're not turning the basketball over like they've done in the past.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that allows you to have a little bit of a difference in offense or even defensive because you're not giving up live ball turnovers. You're not giving up free points as often as you've done in the past. So I think that's a huge thing through 4 games. Yep. Is their inability to turn the ball over right now. It's really shocking to see.
Yeah,
I mean you're leading the league right now in turnovers and blocks. right? So yeah, you're giving up a ton of points. You're giving up a ton of easy points. Like honestly, because of Embiid not being able to move as much, and Paul George again, even if he's older, he's a really good defender, or he has been in his career. So you don't have two of your better defenders, but you're able to run up and down the floor and score a little bit. But yeah, I think that'll end up getting itself better. So
yeah, I think fool's gold in that Lange's comment. I think that when you just want to come on here and you want to look at goddamn two categories, and two categories are going to decide that that's fool's gold to you, and two what I consider semi-overrated goddamn categories too. Okay, when you're talking about points per game, well, how many are they scoring, babe? But if you score more than the other team, you win. So that's a semi-overrated. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what else is overrated. When you want to talk to me about rebounding, this team's 9th in the NBA in offensive rebounding. So when you come in here, make sure you're coming in here factual, baby. Okay, because that to me is more important than you getting out rebounded overall. If you're out rebounding people on the offensive side of the game of the boards, that's huge. Second chance opportunities win games. Simple. It's 4-0. So yes, would you like to not get out rebounded as much? Yeah, but I think once you started giving Andre some more minutes, right, and I think more as Joel gets going, right, I think your rebounding is going to naturally get better. So to sit on the rebounds and points per game when you're outscoring everybody and you're living on the glass offensively. And two of the most important parts of basketball, Mr. James, when you're like there's no other parts. Like you're just talking about points per game, but you're not talking about how many they score. And you're just talking about overall rebounding, which I agree with that. I agree how important rebounding is. But also timely rebounding.
And timely stops.
Which we've watched. So, like, again, watch the whole game then, right? And then give me what you watch at the end. Because the last 8 minutes, Mr. James, is what matters. So please come back in here. I need it. I'm not being mean to you. I need it. Come back in with those fourth quarter numbers of what you just came back with.
Yeah,
because I guarantee they're going to get you. They're going to get you rock hard, Mr. James.
Yeah, last night,
I don't have last night. I don't know.
Last night, between the fourth quarter and overtime, you outscored Washington 45-24.
That's cute,
right? And then let's go back to Charlotte. Let's go back to the Magic game. Let's look there. That was, you outscored them 35-30 in the fourth quarter, right? Then Hornets game, 39-25 in the fourth quarter. And Boston, 42-30 in the fourth quarter. So there you go. You've won every fourth quarter by at least 5 points. And three of the four have been double digits. So
pretty sure we out rebounded some people too. I mean, my guess is like you had to, right? And again, the second half opportunity is where we've gotten our ass kicked in years past. Like
the third quarter.
We've been in Diddy parties. We've been in Diddy parties in the fourth quarter, right? When it comes to offensive rebounding or just rebounding, period. Right? We've watched it in the playoffs. We watched the Knicks guys. We watched guys that felt like they were 5'8", jumping over the backboard. Yeah, like jumping over the backboard. Like did he put up? He took $1 off, put off 4 quarters. You know what I mean? Like that just happen? And we were watching it. So like to me, I feel like we're sort of doing that a little bit. We're sort of getting those second chance opportunities in the fourth quarter that are creating extra chance opportunities for us. We watched it. Like, I mean, I get it. It's a body of work, and getting out rebounded is not a good time. So that's one thing that I can't disagree with, but I really believe that in crunch time, we're doing those things better than the other teams. And if we're not, then I'm wrong. But
I think you're right. I vividly remember I talked about last week the VJ Edgecombe going up and getting an offensive board and then getting getting a jump ball. And then Maxey missing a layup last night. I forget if it was in the fourth quarter or overtime where Bona comes up, gets the follow-up, right? And then we take the lead off that. So they're timely offensive rebounds. It's not just empty minutes where we're down 15, right? They're timely ones. When you have to add that little extra.
Pat, you nailed it, Pat.
It seems like
this
is why Pat.
This is the same conversation. Tom, we had this conversation a lot with Mitch Williams back when we used to do the Here's the Thing show. Rebounds, everything you guys are talking about in the equivalent of baseball, it's the old argument of batting average, home runs, and RBIs are the be-all, end-all of everything, right? But to what Ryan was just saying, too, to add that in, now it's look at on-base percentage. Look at hitting with runners in scoring position, right? Look at situational hitting. Now, if they hit at certain points in the game with whatever the deficit is or tie runs, like there's so much more advanced to the numbers than surface level of total numbers. And that's what that argument is. Yes, there are things that they could work on defensively, but when the game is at its most crucial points, and to your point, especially when you talk about the offensive rebounding, that's a very important stat. Defensive rebounds are going to happen. It happens a lot. There's a ton of them in a game, but how many times can you get up on the glass and get your team's second chances to score? That's such a pivotal point in the NBA. That and turnovers are really the big difference in the NBA. And by the way, I mean, I don't know what the final numbers were, but I know looking at the halftime against Orlando, it was 9-1 in turnovers at the half. And that's a good team. That's a good damn team there in Orlando. And they were absolutely outplaying them and taking care of the basketball in that game.
No, you're right. You're right. And like Greg said it too. I mean, not turning the basketball over is the biggest stat you can look at. Right? Because that's where you're gonna that's where you're gonna win and lose games. I mean, if you're averaging 18, 20 turnovers a game, I mean, good luck, babe. Good luck. Because you're gonna in today's NBA, like Pat's saying, you ain't winning games 90 to 85 anymore. Right? You got to outscore people. It's an up and down league. It's a guard-driven league.
Yep.
Like, we've watched the league slowly change, right? And bigs are important. Don't get me wrong. The right types of bigs, stretch fives, and guys who can do a little bit of both, right, are more valuable in today's NBA. But guards win. We just watched it. We just watched SGA win, and he had guards around him that could create, that can get to the basket, because that, right, and can stroke the three. And that's what this league is. And Sixers luckily have 4 guards that can score in double figures. And if you want to call Paul George a guard too, then make it 5. But we count him as a small forward, I guess. Right. But either way, it's another guy. So this is like in 3-guard lineups are going to get out rebounded.
Right. There's some things you just
absolutely.
embrace about your basketball team. Like we said it after Wednesday that we're probably going to be a bottom 10 defensive team in the NBA, but we're going to outscore people. Like that's what we're going to do. That's where the Thunder are kind of different and they elevate themselves, is that they can be very, very dominant on defensive end. But I also feel like, especially in the playoffs, they were giving up big numbers too. A ton of times they were giving up big numbers, and it just came down to outscoring them sometimes, especially in those Pacers games in the finals. The Pacers lived off outscoring people, and all year it was they can't rebound, they can't defend. When it comes down, they're not gonna win. Well, let's look at the teams that have been most successful in the NBA recently. The Indiana Pacers, the year before they made it to the finals, were in the conference finals. Then they make it to the finals, and then who just won? The Oklahoma City Thunder. They do the same exact thing. So it's trending in that direction.
Yeah, I mean, you can say, listen. I mean, you want to do this. SGA also had Chet. Chet's if you want to call Chet a big guy, that's fine. But he's a stretch guy.
And people will tell you he underperformed last year. Like, he's only going to get better, which is why they're absolutely terrifying. Like, he's only going to be a whole lot better. He wasn't great in the playoffs last year. A lot of people were clowning him for getting carried through the whole thing. So he wasn't and they had Hardenstein. That was their big guy that they threw out there to get boards or whatever. And that's where I kind of think of Dem Bona. I think we're experiencing a young player developing right now. I think those numbers are inflated when he's on the court on the defensive side of the ball. He needs to get a whole lot better, grab the defensive rebounds. Young player, he'll develop and get better, but we're gonna have to live with that for right now because it's a problem.
Only 3 a game, where Andre is about 7.5 and 30.
Yeah, like he's got it. This is a difference.
Joel's a 12 rebound a game guy, right? So him averaging 5. I mean, to Mr. James, you want facts, okay? Well, there's your difference. I mean, there's a big part of your difference, right? That sort of takes that getting out rebounded, cuts it almost in half, right? So that's a start into that factor. And then I think Paul George is a good rebounder. So I think when you add those two guys full minutes, I think it sort of changes it a little bit. And to Luke's point, like, listen, Bona's going to develop better at rebounding, but if Drummond keeps playing like this, he's going to earn some more minutes too, right? He'll earn more minutes naturally, and he's always been a rebound machine. Like, and some hollow, right? I get it, right? Some are hollow. A lot of years, actually, probably the majority of his career are hollow. Now, that being said, since Mr. James likes hollow, he'll give you those. And he'll give you big. I feel like he's rebounded really well this year in big spots too. So I want to give him credit. But if you want those numbers, I think they'll start to even itself out for you. But I don't think it's like a closer in baseball where, like, man, we got to go get Dennis Rodman. You know, we got to go find this. We got to go find us a box out cat. Guy who loves boxing out. No, you got to keep getting Bona better at it. Because rebounding isn't like a skill. It's a 1-2, and it's a little bit of learning how to do it too, right? But listen, I mean, 3 a game isn't ideal.
No.
For how many minutes? 17 minutes a game. Yeah, not ideal.
I mean, he is incapable of getting a defensive rebound. Like, it's unbelievable.
There's the reason, Mr. James. We found it out tonight.
Yeah, he can't do it, but he's
got a big offensive one last night. Got a big offensive one there,
and he did that last year too. He's good on that end. He's very good on that end.
Like freaking 5 blocks in the fourth quarter and overtime.
Yes, it's
that's part of why he probably doesn't do very well defensively, is because he's always going for the shot.
Yeah,
and he's got himself out of position, right? When you're going for that many blocks and being successful a lot of the time, especially early on, you put yourself out of position over there.
Yeah, he grabs a lot though. He commits a lot of loose ball fouls.
He does.
Shit. Like he
looks like early Paul Reed, just a little bit bigger.
100%. In terms
of
that,
on a hardwood floor.
In terms of defensive rebounding, they're the same player.
Yes,
that's it. Yeah.
Well, that's why Drummond and Barlow are important to this, because they'll get you rebounds. Like Barlow is giving you at least 6 in 25 minutes, right? So it averages out. If he played a full game, he's giving you double digits, right? And Drummond's giving you, like I said, almost 8 in 13 minutes. So he's almost giving you a rebound a minute. So I think those numbers, if they're like once Barlow comes back, I think, you know, and depending on how they roll lineups out too, like what's your priority? Each game's different. Like you're going to run into big rebounding teams where you might have to up what you're running out there, right? And to match people. But I think like most of the NBA is a run and gun.
Yeah. And if you play like Cleveland, then maybe you get one of those, like Barlow plays with Drummond or Walker plays with Bona, and you just mix it up because they're going to have 2 big guys on the court pretty much the whole game.
Well, Joe, yeah, Mr. James will make them better. He's saying the guards aren't defending. I mean, well, when McCain comes back, McCain's a good defender. He's a 1-2 guy. VJ's a 1-2 guy. Maxey's a 1-2
dude,
guy.
Grimes. Yesterday, Grimes.
And Kelly. Yeah, I don't think
Grimes,
it's like guys don't defend. I think the NBA guys are so good at scoring. Like, holy shit.
It's 100%.
I just think guys are
we said it last week.
Good.
It's not a 1-2 thing. They have 3 guards on the court. What do you think's going to happen? It's not a 1-2 thing. Plus Grimes.
It's guys can score in this league at a high level. Like it's like holy shit. Like we're acting like this league isn't built for scoring. Like it's not built to win that way anymore. Like it's not giving it an excuse or passing it over or saying it doesn't matter. But the league, yes, you have to get palmsy and you have to be able to play defense in the fourth quarter. But like guys are just good at scoring in this league. Like everybody, there's bench guys that are bucket guys. Like guys can just score easier. Like there's not the old, I'm going to run out bigs who can't score. Like bigs are stretch 5s coming off your bench. They can shoot a 3. Like everybody can score. Like, holy shit. Like if you can't score, you better be elite at something else. And there's guys in the league that have those skill sets, right? But the majority of this league are scorers. Holy shit. That's why they get drafted. Guy can score. Guy can create his own shot. Right? I mean, come on. Like, oh,
Andre Drummond shot a 3 the other night.
Yeah, like everybody wants to stretch their life.
Wasn't close, but yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, whenever 16 to 25 threes a game. Think about that.
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
Teams are it's jackpot city. It's new Jack City. It's everything is a shot. Everybody there isn't a shot guys don't like, right? If you watch enough of the league, it's crazy. Like it's 3-ball city. And when you make enough of them, your points go up. So that 90 to 85 game, when you start jacking threes, becomes a 120, 118 game.
I'm looking at DraftKings on a nightly basis. The over under on these games
bad boys.
is like 215. It's like 215 plus for over under for total for the game. Like
go over.
Like what guys? Yeah, that's a low under. Oh,
Yeah,
it's going up tonight.
You couldn't pay me to take. You couldn't give me $20 to take it under. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
No, I've never bet an under. I couldn't tell you the last time I bet an under. Maybe on a Thursday night game between like the Browns and like the Steelers, like 2 years ago. Like I don't know. Like I don't bet unders. It's no fun.
No,
I'd rather see a game be 130 to 120. I'd rather go give me 125s tied through 4 quarters. Give me double overtime. Give me a 150 to 148 game. Let me see those.
Yeah, like I like scoring. I think we all like it. Can you get enough stops in big moments? And we have so far. So
yeah, the Sixers have been great at that down the stretch. Like, you were down what? Like I said, they were down 16 last night in the fourth quarter, and you come back, you tie the game, and they were leading in the fourth. They were leading in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I think they might.
Yeah, they were, and it's almost like with them, they score so much that it's almost just like we know at some point you're gonna wear out. Like you're not playing 48 minutes up and down with us. There's going to be a point in the game where you break down, and they're gonna break down too themselves. They did it yesterday, but
they look gassed.
That's what comes with the territory, especially in back-to-back. But you're just gonna wear another team out. Here's the interesting part, and I'm curious about: how long do you guys think this restriction lasts?
Minute restriction.
Yeah.
I mean, they upped him 5 minutes, so he's went from 20 to 25.
Right. So originally I'm like, do they really do this all year? And now I'm like, there's no way they do it all year if they're already he's played 3 games. Like
he's a goddamn stud. So like
No. I'm curious of what you think that they're gonna do. I'm not worried about him. I'm just
No. I would say that. It's a great question. Go ahead, Ryan. It's a great question.
I think they probably keep him around 30 minutes. I don't think you see him more than 30 minutes.
I was just saying, same.
That's where I'm at. I think it's a slow build too. I think it's a slow burn too.
Go like another couple weeks. You know, he plays 25 minutes a night for the next few weeks. See how he does. Maybe like Christmas. Yeah, like maybe like Christmas-ish, we get him up to 30. Then like you maybe get him to like 33. I wouldn't play him any more than that. Like
I would get him up to this is my timetable with him. I'm about 25 minutes for another month and a half here, easily.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to rev him up after Christmas to 30. Okay. After Christmas time, it really starts getting going. Now I'll rev you up another 5. Okay. And then give me another month and month and a half, and I'll rev you up another 5. Right. And now you're at what? Now you're at 35 minutes a game. And that's where I'm going to keep you. That's where I'm going to leave you at 35 and roll you into the playoffs on that number. And that's where I'm going to keep him at. So like the rise point, 30, 35, it's going to be a slow build to 35 too. It's going to take a while to get there. But that's probably where I'm going to leave him at. Do you guys do you disagree? Are you going to play him 40? Like
I don't think he's a 40. I don't think he's a 40 guy
there
anymore.
Should never be a game all year where he plays 40.
No, I think 30 is a great number, actually. I think 30 is a great number.
30, 35?
Yeah, 32 and a half. Right?
Look, I also think it depends on what this team is doing. Right? Like right now you're 4-0 and you're playing well without him. Right? So the need to push, to me right now, the need to push right away isn't there. Right? We still haven't seen PG and PG and McCain back yet. So there's a additional time to play with his minutes before we need to. Right? I agree with you all. Like it's going to be a slow build up, a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there. But as long as they're still winning and or competitive with him off the floor, it's going to bide him more time to be off the floor. In past years, we all know this, they've been so bad without him off the floor, without him on the floor, that they've had to almost rush him back just to like alleviate some of those minutes where they're just getting gashed. This team right now, so far, hasn't been that way. So that just leaves more time. Go ahead. You're good. You gave me your 25. You gave me your 25 points. Go ahead. Sit down.
I'm happy you went there too, because what if I hate playing the what if game, but let's tap in. We're playing. If let's say they give him up to 30 minutes and it's the first time all year where it's like, yeah, now these 30 minutes are dipping into the last 2 minutes and you're on the court the last 2 minutes and whatever. And they keep this run going where the guards are clutch and they're playing great. They're getting big time stops. All of a sudden the big guy comes out on the court. It doesn't look that way, because I think the way he looks now and the way that might look as he gets into shape, if we're being realistic, that's the way it's going to look at the end of a game. And I know how the fan base is. What does that like? How does he deal with that? Because I'm almost guaranteeing that that's what's going to happen at some point in the regular season, to where he's going to have to play at the end of games. It's not going to look like it has. And I'm not saying you should worry about it. That's just the way it goes in terms of revving them up. But how does that work? Like, that's the question with the whole thing for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think by that point, he's in way better shape. And this is why I'm keeping him at 25 minutes for a while, right? Because by that point, he's in way more basketball shape, and not even basketball shape, the knee, right? It's a slow burn with the knee, right? They sort of build it back up and not rush it back up. And I think that's the big key. And I think when you're talking about getting to that point of the year where he's at 30, 35, I think by that point of the year, like, that should be the best version of that knee we're probably going to have, right? Until probably maybe playoff time, as more time hopefully goes on. So, like, I don't know. It could look bad at times, and this could look bad at times too. Like, the whole guard game could look bad at times as well. That's just the nature of ebb and flow. But he's too good. I think we do this, right? And nobody's alone on this one. But we're getting a little excited, a little overexcited, because he brings more value in those 2 minutes than he does at this service. He just does. His presence on the court, you having a game plan for him, you having to decide matchups for him, changes a lot on what other guys around him do. That's what great players do. So now that he has other guys around them, I don't know if it's going to look as bad, Luke. You know what I mean? I don't know. To your point, I know exactly what you're saying. I don't know, because he really has good players around him now who can create their own shot, and it's not an ISO game with Joel now.
Right, but to be honest with you, I'm way more concerned, and my question was really directed at the other side of the ball. Like, they don't win that game yesterday without the rim protection that Adem Bona gave him at the end of that game. Now, we all know that prime Joel Embiid, healthy Joel Embiid, is that on steroids, but he hasn't left his feet, and we've talked about it forever. And that, again, that's part of him revving up. I understand that. But if that's what you're going to get on that side of the ball, I question, really the question I was asking, those timely stops. Where are they? Like, are you really going to get them? Because even yesterday, we were giving up so many points with him on the court more than him off the court. And that's just going to come with the territory of ramping him up. But that's what scares me more than anything. The offensive side of the ball, obviously, he's way better than a Adem Bona and Andre Drummond on one leg. So we're not worried about that.
Well,
other side of the ball.
I still think the name brings rim protection alone, and the size does, right? So it does give you it is a guy good enough to, like, alter shots at this point. But to your point, I get it. Like, but I think by the time he gets to those types of minutes where he's playing fourth quarters, you know what I mean? I think I would hope the knee would be more comfortable to leave your feet more, right? And to do those types of things. And we see the athleticism start to come back a little bit more, right? But it's a valid question, because right now, to your point, yes. Right now, if he played, it wouldn't look the same for sure. But I think in a month and a half, it might.
Yeah. I think
maybe. I hope. I'm more. It's more like, hey, I'm open.
Yeah, me too.
I think in general, right?
I'm confident over here, just talking.
Yeah. In general, I think I want to see them, switch up. Like, obviously, I don't want them to like kick his minutes up higher than they need to be, right? Again, the slow build is exactly what he needs, right? Maybe we try to switch up the minutes that he's playing, though. Maybe he plays 6 minutes a quarter, right?
But that's what he was saying. That's what he felt was wrong with last year, and that he went to them and said, "I can't do this. I can't. I'm not in a rhythm into the game. I'm coming in, I'm coming out. I get warmed up. Find my shot. I find my rhythm, and now I'm out of the game. And I come back in, and I'm dead. Like it wasn't working. And then also, that's how you get hurt.
Yeah.
So he was sitting on his ass, and then he gets back out there, and he's not ready to be in the game. Like they cannot. The last thing that they should do is revert back to that, because that blew up totally in their face. They were ramping him up for the whole year.
Yeah, I think this is a better solution, and I think you'll get to a point where the minutes will carry over into the second half more and later in the games. I think the way they're doing it now is perfect. You're getting the production out of it. It's not like he's not playing. Like you're getting the point per minute, take it and run, and let the kids go eat late in games. And then when the time comes, he's ready to do that. Well, then listen, we're going to do it. So they're gonna figure it out.
So if he played 25 last night, the goal, like ideally, you get him to 30. All you do is just play same thing, same rotation you're doing right now. He just plays the last 5 minutes, and that's your 30. Like that's what it's going.
Or he plays the first 5.
What do you mean?
Maybe
I
think if they're gonna end up doing that, it'll be the last.
Right. So I think he was in. That's what I'm saying. So when they went from 20 to 25, I think he was on the court in the beginning of the quarter, and then they yanked him real quick. Or was it the end of the third? I think
it was the end of the third.
No, it's a great question. Let's just answer it, because I have it. So let's figure it out. I played 5 minutes in the fourth. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So then you get that extra 5 minutes.
+7, by the way. He was a +7.
Right.
In those 5 minutes.
Yes, there you go. No, I think I think I mentioned it earlier before.
And then 6 minutes in the third. Sorry, guys. 6 minutes in the third. 7 points. That the 30 was a -10. Again, 6 minutes in the second quarter. He was a +7. That's when he had 10 points. And then in the first, he played 6. So, yeah, they're like breaking it down like that.
Yeah.
Which I thought is what he didn't want.
Well, I think they're breaking it up differently. But, who knows? It's working so
because he's playing he's playing, like, the first quarter he plays from what he normally does. He normally plays till, 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
That last
then he'll come back in. Yeah, and then he comes back in. He plays the end of the second quarter. And then he'll play the beginning of the third, beginning of the fourth, and then
they changed it up this game because he played the first,
right? Because they added the 5 minutes. I think that was why. So then, if you add him another 5 minutes,
he'll play the entire first quarter again.
Yeah, that'll be the extra 3, and he'll play the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
but I think it'll.
Or they'll wait to get him to the. Go ahead, Ryan.
No, I think it'll end up being easier in the fourth quarter because of how well the 2-man game has looked with him and Maxey, right? In the limited minutes, and they've been able to do it with Maxey doing those back cuts, like in a couple of those passes that Embiid made last night, right? You have to account for Joel taking the 2-man spot. You have to account for Maxey. You have to account for those back passes. You have to account for the driving kicks. There's so much more stuff because you got Grimes, you have VJ, right? You have so much more you have to watch. Because of what's going on with everybody on the floor, it's going to be easier to integrate him as opposed to the direct that they've been rolling out there with them the past couple of years, right? The depth and the amount of guys that what they can do and the different skill sets you can have on the floor, right? Like when you get Paul George back, when you get Jared McCain back, you'll have so many more people around them that you don't necessarily have to rely on Joel just doing it himself. He doesn't have to play iso ball. Right? Maxey doesn't have to play iso ball. You have the ability to throw different things at defenses. It's not just the same thing every single possession anymore, which is going to make it easier.
Yeah, you don't get the you don't get the turnovers either when he doesn't have to go iso ball and do all those things. Like when you can have ball movement and it doesn't become stagnant. And I think just having him on the floor for screens alone in the pick and roll game, that alone's enough. to me. Like that part of the game's, in the fourth, because we talked about it, like big guys in the fourth quarter, it's harder for them to take over games sometimes. Where guards, it's a little bit easier for them to take over games than big men in the fourth sometimes. And now rotate a little bit, but I think that's the big thing. I think it's pick and roll, just him being in there with Maxey and these guards in the pick and roll game is just dangerous.
And he's a great 3-point shooter.
Great 3-point shooter and great screener. Awesome. He's a great
I forget
guy.
the stat, but it was something like 2 years when he was the MVP. If you took away all the half-court shots that he took with like under a second left, it was something like he shoots 48% from three. Like something crazy.
It's nuts.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
Nuts. He's so good.
And I think they took that stat away now, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
that's no longer real, right? Yeah.
And two have already gone in against us. The one yesterday didn't count, but yeah.
3/4 court shot just cashed yesterday.
Yeah, I'm like, here we go. Are you kidding?
It's nuts.
Boys, I'm out. 10-9-8.
10-9-8.
10-9-8.
See you, brother.
Later, brother.
Catch you guys soon.
Yeah, and he's attempted about 5 threes, a little over it, and he's made average 2 a game. So I'm sure his 3-point percentage will go up too as he gets in a little bit more rhythm here.
Yep.
Yeah,
Tyrese is up there, the leaders of made threes a game average. He's like 4.5 per game is his average. I think Markkinen's up there at like 4.7.
He's playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah.
He looks like one of those guys. He would be, I mean, if you talk like just if I could pick up anybody right now, he's top of the list. Like dream wish list, someone to play with this team. He's up there.
Yeah, he's nuts. Maxey is currently 3rd in the league in 3-pointers made. He's making 4.5 out of 9.5 a game. Shooting 47% from 3. Crazy.
That's good.
Yeah,
45% from the floor.
Current MVP of the league.
It's got to be.
I mean, I don't know if he ends up doing it, but
yeah, I don't think the NBA would give it to him.
No, I don't think so either.
He's not star enough for the NBA, but he absolutely is.
He's getting there. He was on him and VJ were on with Barkley and Shaq on the pregame today. Like we're slowly getting there.
Yeah, let's slow build this. I don't want them to start flexing our games in the prime time yet.
Trust me, I'm good.
Up a little bit, right?
We don't want the spotlight over here. We're good.
No, we're good. Let's wait till like February. All right.
I'm good to wait till I'm waiting to go till we got the parade. I'm good. We don't deal well with the spotlight over here at all.
No, not at all.
Not just us. It's our owner. Our owner. Look what he did. It was his football team.
Dude, get him out of here.
Look what he did with his football team. Oh, big spotlight. You got the money and the draft picks and the quarterback.
The commies are a mess, dude. The commies are an absolute dumpster fire right now. I love it.
Couldn't happen to a better team.
Couldn't happen to a better team.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go cash in big this offseason. Let's go and get a receiver that Kyle Shanahan had zero interest in keeping on his team.
Let's get the oldest roster in football. Let's just get
he traded into a team that he knew he might run into in the playoffs. He had no problem doing it. Zero.
Then what? Terry's hurt. Terry's out again this week. That was a great draft pick by me in fantasy. Good job, kid. Whatever.
Great job for them re-signing too.
Yeah, great job all around. Good job, Washington. Hey, thanks for letting the Birds clinch the division in October.
Do we get the? I forget what the teams have done in the past. Do you get to celebrate like in a parade style for the Dubai Cup or whatever, the Emerald Cup?
The Emirates.
Do we get this? I mean, do we raise a banner? Do we get a parade? How do we act?
But Pat Bev did come out. Pat Bev came out publicly and said that he believes there should be a parade for it, and I stand with him.
All for it. I will grease the
because I'm looking at it right now. I see a clear path. I see a clear path for Philadelphia 76ers to go right to Vegas, right for the Cup. I see it. Our little division. It lies on Friday. They win that game. They go 2-0 against Boston to start the year. You're like Brooklyn and Orlando you already beat, and they look not good to start the year.
They stink.
Brooklyn, I said, and
Brooklyn's
Detroit.
awful. They're what 0-5, I think already.
Like
Yeah,
all
Detroit
beatable
and-
teams.
yeah.
All beatable teams. And you don't have to win all of them. I think, you can get away with losing one.
Yeah, if you
When
win, if
is the
4-1.
finals in Vegas?
Isn't that like January?
Good
It's after
question.
Christmas, I think. It's like January or February.
I might be out there in January or February. Well, I am. There's no might about
December
it. I will be.
16th.
Oh, way off.
Really?
Yep.
It's before Christmas?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right.
It'll be a
All right.
fun trip.
Grease the pole.
I'll grease the pole outside my apartment. Can't wait.
Hey, and B might get on a podium. He'll be on
Go.
screensavers all over Philadelphia. That might be it for him, but we'll take it.
Take it. That'd be hilarious. They win that.
That and an Eastern
I'm-
Conference final appearance would be like, oh my God. We would feel like we had the greatest year ever.
Would you rather have the Eastern Conference Finals appearance and a loss, or the NBA Cup?
Oh, good. Come on.
Eastern Conference
I don't-
finals lost.
I've been watching these guys lose in the second round of the playoffs for a decade. Give me the Eastern
NBA
Conference Finals,
Cup.
please.
I think LeBron won it with the Lakers. I think they lost in the second round, and then last year the Bucks I think won it. They lost in the first round.
First round. So yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
Let me make a run to the quarters or the semifinals of the NBA Cup, and then and then make a Eastern Conference Finals appearance. Let me get one of those.
that sounds good with me.
I'll just take a win.
Yeah,
I'll take the NBA Cup, no problem.
yeah, for sure.
What if we're the team to break the curse?
Wait, no, hey, somebody has to be. Might as well be us.
Yep.
No, but how about we play Boston again Friday? Then I think we play them again in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it means we
play them
won't see
again.
him for a while.
Yeah, then yeah. Let's see.
And of course, they won 2 in a row coming in here.
Yeah. Then we
Yep.
play them again, and we don't play them again until March.
I mean, they're a good team. They still have Brown stud, Derek White's a stud,
Yeah.
Pritchard has his nights.
Solid team.
And they just have no big men. Like Joel Embiid, I mean, he looked terrible in that game, but
So
Joel Embiid, first game off injury, big game. How many years in a row do you have to see that not go well? I remember, I think we had a show last year where he did the same thing. Off
Yeah.
injury, first game, national television. Here we go. Joel Embiid's back. So much expectation. He's going to have 35 tonight, and he has 10. So,
Yeah.
how many times in a row do you have to see that that's not going to work out?
anyway.
And we thought and we all assumed that Pritchard shot was going in.
Yeah.
Oh,
All three of them.
It
that he
was-
got
it
in
was
that
always-
possession.
It was absolutely going.
That's
Still
when
ca-
that's when
still
we
in the
thought it
top
was
eight.
different right then and there. Basketball gods might be on our side
Mhm.
for now.
Yeah, until something stupid happens.
We'll shift gears here for a sec before we roll out, but Eagles trade for Michael Carter. Any thoughts?
Weird.
I mean, he's a slot
Weird.
corner. So
Yeah.
what that tells me is you're going to put Coop outside. That's what that tells me.
Weird. But it
It's-
also
it's
could just be like
strange.
you don't know how bad the market could have been. And that's where my head goes because I don't see any world where they would want to move Coop voluntarily to the outside. It just doesn't make sense. So
Yeah, I don't know.
maybe they scoped the market and it was like, look, there's nothing here, or anything that is there is not worth giving up something that we, really don't want to give up. And then they're like, we'll make this work. He's the best guy we can get for the best price. We'll figure it out. Like that. That's what I think happened because it's just not a great fit.
Yeah, I think they're kind of
Yeah.
hoping that maybe Ja'Cory and Bennett can do something when he comes back. But yeah, it's just a weird fit because again, like he's been a slot corner for forever. He could be a solid like zone guy. But like, do you really want to push Cooper out? Do you really want to push Coop outside? But yeah, it can't get worse. So like, why not? Yeah. Plus, like Joe Douglas drafted him when he was the GM in New York. So Joe Douglas is back here. I'm sure he had a hand in getting him over here. And he didn't really give up anything. He gave up a fourth string wide receiver and he traded draft pick. He switched draft picks. So like
John Mechie era.
Yeah, R.I.P. Big four receptions he had this year.
I kind of think it's like a kind of almost like a research piece. Obviously, he wanted to join. I heard that he waived his $5 million guarantee next year to join the team.
Yeah.
Right. So he wants to be here. But I almost feel like kind of like you guys had talked about, right? Like maybe out of the bye, we see what Jacorian Bennett can do. Since you gave up a little bit more for him, not much more, but you gave up a little bit more for him. So out of the bye, he looks like he's probably be healthy. That way you give Michael Carter a little bit of time to digest the playbook and the defense and everything. And then you can see if you can live with Bennett on the outside and Coop in the middle. Because I think you're both right. Moving Coop, even though Michael Carter is a better slot guy than anything else that we have outside of Coop, but moving Coop to the outside, putting him there, at least recently, he hasn't been good enough to like still make you feel good about that move. Right? Because then you potentially get a little worse at both sides.
Right, so, especially how good he is in the slot. It's insane.
Yeah.
No, yeah. He's a first team all pro slot corner. So why would you want to move him out of that spot?
You shouldn't, right? But and Luke, I think maybe you're right. They obviously Denzel Ward was probably a pipe dream for everybody, and that just wasn't realistic.
They just redid his contract like a month or two ago, I saw.
Oh, okay, I didn't even see that.
But I saw that there was a chance they might go after the guy from New Orleans. It was like a 4-3.
Like until one of those guys get traded somewhere, we can't really question it, because like there's a real possibility that by the end of the trade deadline, just talent-wise, that he is the best corner that was traded. So at that point, you have to – at that point, it's like, okay, I see it. You just got talent in the room, and you're trying to figure it out. One move I'm surprised they haven't gone to yet is Makuba in slot in certain situations. Or even, like, I don't think he has any history of playing on the outside. I know he has a history of playing in the slot in college. Does that give you some flexibility in certain situations? Obviously not permanently, but certain situations, just so you can have talent on the field and you feel good about it. Maybe it's like Epps that comes off the bench, but he's like, I don't know, is he a better veteran than Ringo and Adoree Jackson at this point at their positions? Maybe.
Yeah, I think this move is just to get deeper. I agree with you guys. I think you don't change something that works to try to fix something else, because you could be running into two problems instead of just one. Yeah. Right. So I think that's the big thing here. And I think that's why you have practice, and that's why you bring a guy in and you sort of have time to sort of feel it out on, what direction is best for this football team. Is it Bennett on the outside, Coop inside? Does it end up being, like we said, Michael Carter inside and Coop outside? Okay, well, that's what's best, and yeah. But it's hard for me to move a slot guy who tackles at the level he does, because those guys play inside, and on the run game, those guys are important. We've seen him make some big plays there. So I mean, that would be my only problem with it, which is a big one.
No, I was gonna say the one positive is he has shown the ability to play at a really high level early on in his career, right? He hasn't done it the last few years, but at least the talent is there. Is the health, is the recent health and his injuries, have they passed him over and he's kind of back to being, somewhat of a shell of what he used to be, or is he totally washed, right? Who knows? But yeah, I think for what they gave up, it can't hurt. But I think we all kind of saw this type of move coming as the more and more we looked into it, especially when you bring back a BG and you don't make, potentially that splash there. We know how even though he's got 75 million picks, he does like the picks. He does like making picks and then making those moves on draft day too. So, he wasn't going to give up a lot of them and or big time ones to go potentially get a Ward or a Chubb or a Jalen Phillips type of, the picks that it would take to get one of those guys.
Still don't think that's off the table.
Yeah,
I don't think it's off the table. No,
I definitely still think they're going to try to go get an edge rusher over the next week. But yeah, I mean it's just like a weird move. I think not the obviously you got to see what's going to happen over the next week and see like which corners end up getting traded, and if a big name gets traded, what the deal is, like what was asked. Is it a first? Is it a second? Whatever it is, you can compare it from there. But yeah, it's just a strange thing. Like it's not really like a spot you need. And if you end up moving Coop over, which I don't think they want to do, that they've said as much, they don't want to do that.
Yeah, Vic's been really outspoken that he doesn't.
He doesn't want to move a guy.
He doesn't want to, but he wouldn't be worried about it. But it's not his first choice.
Like in like base sets, he's played outside a little bit, right? So it's not that they don't want him out there at all, right? But when you're in clear passing situations, you want Coop in the slot, right? So obviously you've had a couple corners in here who you wanted to take the job. You wanted Keely to take the job. He didn't take the job. They're like, all right, cool. We got a door just in case.
Had a good week last week. Keely had a good week last week. Take it for what it is. Right? Can he put 2 weeks together? That's going to be the question. But you're right. I mean, you're right on a lot of things. I think it's just to get deeper. I think just it gives you versatility. It gives you some options of things to do. I don't read it into it any more than just as simple as that, guys. I think that's as simple as this move comes down to be. Is you can run more packages. When you go run some dime packages out there, with more corners out there, you get another slot guy. So I think that allows you in a passing leg to get another cover guy on the field at times if you're confident in his cover abilities and he's better than whatever else you're going to roll out there. So I trust Vic. So
right. I was just saying, I agree with what you're saying. That's probably what's probably going to happen. But there's like maybe I'm in fantasy land, but this guy just knows shit. He got an edge rusher who is a broken like practice squad player. He's an all-pro linebacker now. Like, what if he just sees something?
Yeah, maybe he can play the outside.
What if he sees something?
Maybe he can.
I bet you played the outside at Duke. When he was at Duke, I bet he was an outside.
What if he sees something? I don't know.
Like Joe Douglas might have seen him, and Robert Sala wasn't there yet, but Joe Douglas there might have been. But Joe Douglas,
I think he was.
He was. So Joe
like
Douglas,
they hired him at the same time.
Joe Douglas saw
he was definitely there.
Robert Sala believed he was probably a slot guy and fit better there. I think at that point, maybe he did, right? But doesn't mean the guy's never played the outside either. So he's not 5'8". He's not a 5'8" guy. He's a 5'10" guy. I'm sure he can play the outside. It's easier to play the outside than it is to play the slot. Like, that's a hard place to play. So to your point, maybe he sees something, and maybe it is the play outside. Maybe that's where we're not thinking, Luke. Maybe he's a step ahead and says, listen, it's harder to play in there than it is to play out there. So if he's good in there, if he's good enough in there, he can play out there for sure.
Right, and he's that smart that I don't think he's that dumb to be like, Coop is like almost – he's one of the centerpieces of this defense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's not even in consideration. We're not moving him.
He does shoot down those questions real quick every time they're asked.
I just think
nope, we're not doing that.
I don't think that he's doing that. I just don't think he's deep down. I just don't think we have like a dumb enough coordinator to do that. He's not going to do that. So at some point, maybe he sees something else, especially like, not that he's making crazy money. He's not, but he's not making like cheap money to where he's like Coop's backup this whole tenure. I feel like it's enough of an investment where they probably do see something or want to try something.
Because he's not a bad slot guy. He's not a bad slot guy. So if you're not a bad slot guy and you're like average there, right? And maybe he's had a year or two where he's been maybe a little bit above, depending on how their defense has been over there. But he's been a guy on the field a ton. You know what I mean? Listen, when you talk about teams like that dumpster fire over the last 5 years,
yeah,
right? Like I don't put a lot of stock into your production, into this, into that, where you grade out. I just put more stock into, are you a football player? Is this guy know the game? Is this guy a smart kid? Right? Is this guy versatile? Right? Can he play? And that's where the question starts coming up. Can he play the outside? Right.
Yeah.
I really think on a bye week. Sorry, Greg. I really believe on a bye week, if there was a goddamn time to go get a guy and say, hey, I'm going to change your career path, there ain't no better time than right now.
No, I'm glad you went there because I was thinking that, Tommy, right? Like, we're sitting here talking about a guy coming over from the Jets to the Eagles. And what have we talked about our entire all season? What have we talked about? Like, the pieces around you make you better.
Yep.
Right? The pieces around you make you better, right? Last year, we thought Keely Ringo could play cornerback because of what he did last year on this defense, right? He didn't look like a dumpster fire that he has at times. But that's what this group of defenders and this team does. It makes these guys that you bring in turn into something different because you're now playing meaningful games and meaningful spots in this season. But I also think on the flip side, the Eagles got really, their bye week is perfect timing for them, but it's the worst timing in terms of like the trade deadline because you don't have another game to truly determine. I mean, we all know what they need, but like, who knows, right? Like, Ja'Cory Bennett could have came back this week and played. And maybe they don't even do this move. Maybe they do focus then on a different one if somehow he comes out and lights it up, right? But
I think a move to get deeper at this position was coming if Ja'Cory and Bennett could have came out and looked like an all-pro on Sunday, and they were doing something.
Yes.
Right. And I think something like this, it's for him to play in dime packages or it's for him to move to the outside. I mean,
I think the outside thing is on the table
because if you're good on the inside, how are you not good out there, right? Am I crazy?
And I'm not gonna pretend like I know the ins and outs of Michael Carter II and what he's provided in the NFL. I'm not gonna pretend like I do. But if you read the short list of Jet fans who criticize his game, is that he has good ball skills, but he's been disintegrating as a tackler. He's not the same tackler, physical guy that he used to be. That's kind of like an inside to outside.
Are you physical at 1-8? I would ask that Jets fan that. Are you a physical cat at 1-8 still? I watch guys get real unphysical Thursday night versus the Giants when we're getting our ass kicked. There's a lot of physical cats that became non-physical when your team stinks out loud. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's okay, but a lot of guys make business decisions when you stink.
Yep.
I would. Holy shit. Would you guys want it? One and 8, I might not want to tackle Derrick Henry out of the backfield.
I don't want to tackle Derrick Henry with 17 pillows attached to my chest.
No, but 6 and 2, fire me up to tackle.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Michael Carter and the Eagles, Joe or whoever their GM calls you into the office, he's like, "Who traded for me? Yeah, get me out of here right now." Absolutely.
I'll waive whatever money.
Yeah, I'll play for free. I'll pay for my bus ticket over there. You let me know. All right, I got you. I'll see you later. I'll leave right now. Oh man, what am I gonna do with myself this weekend? No birds. Sixers play Friday. The Sixers play again Sunday?
NBA Cup. I think they do.
They play Sunday?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Oh, God. All right.
6 o'clock. Well, it gives you something, babe. You know what I mean?
It is something.
You're asking for something to do, and you got one, and now you're not happy about it.
You're unbelievable. You beg for it, you got it, and
Brooklyn. Hey, easy win. Easy win. Maybe I'll take the drive up, bye week. Maybe I'll go up to Brooklyn this weekend. Those tickets will be cheap.
Yeah, you can go for $4.
Is it actually?
I'm just guessing, but how much are people paying to go see Michael Porter Jr.? That's their sell right now. Remember those days. That's all I'm saying.
The tickets tomorrow.
Brooklyn at Philadelphia.
Tickets Friday.
Tickets as low as $20.
I mean, I saw a graphic of one of the lineups we threw out last year today. Just makes me happy. It was like Okiki and Bona was by far the best player on the court. And the other people were just in and out, G League guys. It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
No one does it like us.
No, listen, I mean, I think Mr. James said that they weren't bad in the past. I mean, they have Gardner, and I thought Michael Carter was always a good pass guy from what I heard. But again, if your run game sucks, it sucks, and it's a 1-2 thing, and that's a physicality thing. So hopefully that can change. But that's definitely easier on the outside than it is playing in the slot.
Yep.
And that's why Coop's so good at it. That's why that's again back to why you don't move Coop. There ain't a better corner, there ain't a better tackling corner in football. So that's the facts of the matter. So you go get this guy, and he can play the outside. If he's a good cover guy, I can say it again. If he's a good cover guy on the inside, outside guys, it's a little bit easier. You're not covering as much space. You got a lot more space on the inside you have to cover. A lot more directions guys can go.
Yep.
The outside guy can go up on you essentially and out, right? Depending on the spacing, or he's only got one thing he can do, two things he can do: up, in, or slant, right? Like up or a post or a slant. There's so many things you can do. Or you drag, right? Which is essentially a slant. Or you drag.
Well, he's comfortable tackling in the middle of the field. Or he has a history of doing it. Maybe he's not great at it anymore, but
5 years in, you're not washed up from it, right? So, like how I look at it is like, hopefully you get in a different culture and it's better for you, right? That's all you can hope for.
Yeah.
I mean, Darius Slay couldn't tackle like Zach Ertz. So if we won a Super Bowl, obviously he's an unbelievable cover guy, but I mean, if people are criticizing the way he tackles, all right, well, we can live. We can live. It's worse out there with a Dory and Killy Ringo.
Yeah. Short thing on that guy, Darius Slay. There was a radio station that was calling for the Eagles to trade for him. And
did you hear that? I heard that.
Yeah. All of one of my good friends from college is a Steelers fan, and he texts me every single week about how bad Darius Slay has been playing. So
he hasn't had a good year
right.
out there at all.
Look, he hasn't been good. And I'm just like, look, if they cut him, then yeah, sure, bring him back. I'm not trading anything for Darius Slay right now.
So
see, CJ got picked up today.
Yeah.
By who?
He's on the Bears.
Bears.
Rye, when you heard that, was that on local or was that out there?
For what?
The Darius Slay talk.
Slay thing. I saw a guy from WIP.
Okay, that's the one I saw.
Yeah. I didn't hear anything nationally.
Fucking losers.
Yeah, just no, dude.
And I like Darius, but he's done.
Again, he's cooked, right? These are the same radio stations that say that, the Eagles are better without AJ Brown. The Sixers are better without Joel Embiid. No, they're not. They're not. Relax, okay? You do not get rid of talent. You bring talent into your building and you deal with it after that. You do not get rid of somebody because they want to run their mouth a little bit. Just shut up, okay? Get out.
And he's not even running his mouth.
No.
He's not. It's just so stupid. People in this city at the radio stations or anybody in general get too satisfied or unsatisfied with there's nothing to talk about. So they make up stupid stuff to talk about. Just be happy for once.
Yeah.
Right? Be happy. Come on.
In a span of a week, we went from trading Bryce Harper, getting rid of Bryce Harper.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're trading AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're looking into every word that gets saying, like, oh, Jeffrey Lurie comes out. No, we're not trading AJ Brown yet. Or something on that. And then it's like, they said yet. They said yet.
Yeah.
Can we stop it, please? Can we stop it?
I remember that they started that some like New England guy came up with this.
It was
in,
the
like,
Vrabel because the connection with Vrabel.
Right, but like they came
Yeah.
up with it in like March. I'm like, AJ Brown just won a Super Bowl. He's not going anywhere. What are we talking about? This is
Yeah.
dumb. It's so stupid. We just
Yeah.
need to do an extension. Like, what are we doing here? Get out of here. Come on.
Yeah, Tommy, we talked about it on Sunday, right? Like we did this against the Giants, right? It's the Giants.
Yeah.
You can't overstate the fact that, well, we're better without AJ Brown. But like all the Giants had to worry about was Devontae, Dallas, and Saquon, right? Because and Jalen, right?
Yeah.
But you didn't have to worry about anybody else catching the football outside of those three.
Yeah,
Now, so you're telling me that that catch from the Jahan Dotson was just like, yep, we can trade AJ Brown now. We're good.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Sick,
Dotson's
dude.
not under contract next year, right? Like,
One for 40 did it for you.
yeah.
One for 40.
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, like the only one like I semi could see and agree with would be Harper, right? If you're just trying to start over, but that's a different the conversation, right? It's like that's different. Like, what are you going to get back if you get back like, if you get, I don't know, right? If you get back like a 5-for-1, and 2 are major league guys and they're good players, right? Okay, maybe then you have to have a conversation because of age, right? And you get prospects back. Okay, maybe you have to have a conversation. Right. And that's all that comes down to. But I'm not like picking up the phone looking to do it either.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? I'm in between. Like if you give me something really good, we'll sit and talk about it. But the other guys, absolutely not. You know what I mean? Right now, same thing with Embiid. Like you give me something great, like I'll consider. Right. But like if you like, I'm not picking up the phone looking for something right now. Right.
No.
And you can go down the list of guys. AJ. Right.
Yeah.
Some guys.
Yeah, you're right. You answer the phone for everybody. You answer the phone for everybody, but I mean, in all those cases, there's a reason why they're obviously still here, and there's a reason why they're all gonna be here. You know what I mean? Whether it's no trade clause, whether it's dead cap hit, you know what I mean? Whether just you're not going to get the value back, like.
Like I said, like
You're gonna give me 6 first-rounders for AJ Brown? Okay, sure. All right. Other than that, no.
The only realistic one in my eyes is seriously Harper, and I'm not doing this tonight at 12:30. But that's the only like semi-realistic one that can maybe happen, but I don't see it happening. You know what I mean?
That's an only if you're gonna blow up the entire roster.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
not
what it
even
is.
blow.
Like, that's it.
Not necessarily. Like I said, not necessarily. Like it might. You know what I mean? Depends what somebody's like looking to do on their end, right?
Yeah, but you're not. Yeah, you're not getting that value back for him.
No, you're not getting it.
No, probably not.
After a down Harper year,
That's crazy.
Even though he was,
Yeah, I'm not trading them. Like I said, I'm not trading. The reason I said semi is because there's been a little back and forth per se, right?
I love that. I love it. I love what Dombo did.
And I love you. You won't fire shit up. I'm a fire guy up.
Get the guy pissed off all off season.
Yeah.
Piss him off.
He's mad at everybody now. Now he's pissed off. Comes at 40. Finally plays 155. Like, let's go. So, like again, I'm not looking to trade the guy. That's why I said semi because of that.
Yeah. No, I get you. Yeah.
Eagles. We come out of the bye on Monday night, so you even get another day. Yeah. So really some time off, which is crazy. But we got a lot of Sixers in between, so we're gonna enjoy that. And the Fly guys, Fly guys are playing good hockey.
Yeah.
So it's nice. But the Sixers got a little stretchier, better teams, or not better, but
not really.
Not really. Yeah.
NBA is just not.
So here, so we got Boston.
Cleveland.
We got Boston on
Cleveland.
Friday. We got the Nets on Sunday. Then we'll have the Bulls, who are 4-0 on Tuesday, and then the Cavs on Wednesday. So we'll have 4 more games in between now and our next show. What's our record?
How many games you say?
4 more games. You play Boston at home, and then the next 3 on the road with the Nets, Bulls, and Cavs.
Oh,
We come back with 2 losses.
I was gonna say my heart's saying 2 losses, but I don't know.
My
That
body.
3-1 is.
We're gonna be 7-1.
enticing.
We're gonna lose We're gonna lose next Wednesday night to the Cavs.
I just feel like the Nets is going to be a loss
That's
too.
a loss.
Right?
You can book that right
back
now.
to back.
Yeah, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose.
Is the Nets
second of the
back to back or no?
Yeah,
No.
no. The back to back is Bulls Cavs.
Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah,
We're losing that Cavs game.
The
Book
Cavs
that.
game's a loss. So
Book that.
they're gonna be 7-1 on our next show.
The
Wednesday.
question is, are they going to win the Bulls game and the Celtics game? That's
I think they'll be 6-2 coming in the next Wednesday night. 6-2.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll be on
probably.
I'll be my lone wolf at 7-1. We're winning the next 3. Let's get
I
after
love it. I love it.
Love it.
I mean,
I just don't want to get crazy yet. I'm already crazy. I don't want to get any further. I just want to okay, let's play it safe. But yeah, I mean, I could say it. I mean, you beat
but
Boston.
what if we go? What if? And I said it before the show. 8-0. What if it happens?
We're
If
8
we're
0.
eight-
I go shirtless on the show next week.
Yeah, I'll double down on that. I'll take mine. I'll go shirtless too.
I'll save the people and keep the shirt on.
Just change your camera angle, babe. That's it.
Let's go all face.
Yeah, we'll be a lot of
Turn
chins.
it up a
We'll be a lot of,
Yeah,
a
Go
lot of
high.
chins up in here. Yeah, up close and personal tonight. I mean, I'll go no drawers. We'll just sit here. We'll just
Pants
sit
are
here
already off. We're 4-0.
Yeah.
Pants are already off. I've been all night.
Oh man, yeah,
God,
7
could you
o'clock.
imagine? Oh my God, we're gonna be an issue if that happens.
Oh my God, it'll be
Yeah.
a problem. An actual.
I'm
problem.
just going to be a bigger issue Friday night. Like if they beat him again, it's okay, I'm all in. Like I'm already all in, right? But the car hasn't driven away yet. You went Friday. I'm the car's going 95.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's 95 plus, and then you want to then go don't have a letdown. You beat the Nets, right? Your little 6.
And I think the game is going to like almost like Washington almost did, right? Washington on the back-to-back, Embiid plays. Like, hey, the whole through the first 3 quarters, I'm like, of course we're losing this game. Of course, this is our one loss, right?
Of course, he had to stay up and watch Shohei Ohtani last night. Like, of course, he had to do that.
Yeah, but I'm going to
Of
keep
course.
going through it. And then you beat the Nets. You're 2-0 going into Chicago here, and they're the 2 games. So you have to get those first 2, and I think then you're in a good spot because then on the back-to-back you can give one up if you're trying to get to 7-1.
Yep.
I mean, if they're 8-0, though, there better be an 82-0 poll next Wednesday.
Yep.
82-0.
82-0 watch.
Tyrese Maxey is the greatest player in the history of the game ever.
Yes, 82-0.
And
It must
we're
be
going
82-0.
82-0.
Can the Sixers break the all-time win record for a season?
Yeah, is Tyrese Maxey better than Michael Jordan? That'll be.
How many Finals MVPs will Tyrese Maxey win in his career?
Is Eric Gordon back? Like, we are going to be asking some crazy questions.
Dude, he was logoed it the other night.
Yeah, he was. It's Bona Dennis
Nuts.
Rodman. Right. It's going to be so many things said. Like, oh, goodness gracious.
He was logoing it the other night. Out of nowhere. Just like, all right, I guess. And what's funny is that game I was watching the Magic broadcast. And they were going through it, how young they are, and then they got the 2 wily vets at the end of the bench, Eric Gordon, Kyle Lowry. And then with all the foul trouble going on, they're like, oh, we might see one of them. And then when they came in, they're like, holy shit, Eric Gordon's in the game, and he hit him for the logo.
Yeah. Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon, man. That's
VJ
great. How
was
old
in
is Eric
a
Gordon?
crib when he was
37?
playing. Yeah, I think he's older. I think.
Is he? How old's Eric Gordon? Let's look.
35,
No, he's older than that.
36,
He's at least 36.
maybe 36 now.
Eric Gordon. 30. He's almost 37.
Yeah.
36,
Wow.
309.
Wow.
He'll be 37 in 2 months.
Yep. He's up there.
On
35 to
Christmas.
30.
Christmas Day. Christmas Day, Eric Gordon.
Wow.
No. Thank goodness we don't play, so we don't have to play him.
He had a Merry Christmas last year. Damn.
But yeah, no. But listen, we're back. We're back all
We are
over.
back.
I don't even know what the Flyers
So bad.
schedule looks like. Like it's,
No
I feel like I'm doing. I feel
They
like I'm doing so
wanted a
many things.
shootout last night. Beat the Pens.
Yeah. Beat the Pens in the shootout.
Flyers are 5-3-1 early
Yeah,
in the season.
it's a great start.
Playing the Preds tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow
Tonight.
they play.
Thursday night. Tonight. It's now Thursday, so tonight.
They're playing good hockey.
Yep.
So,
Don, shoot me now. Shoot me now.
Oh, get him
That's all I
away.
say.
Get him away.
Shoot me,
Don,
shoot me
get
now.
out of here.
Oh no, absolutely no.
Shoot me
Brian
now.
Donnie,
Kelly,
get outta
no,
here.
That dude sucks.
I used to like you, Don.
Shoot me now.
Don't you talk that into existence.
Where's Pump at? I haven't seen Pump in a while. Where's he at?
Pump's licking his Ace Bailey.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's in A2D Utah.
yeah, as soon as
Jets.
VJ went off night one,
Dropped a 40 burger or 35 burger.
Pump wasn't to be found, and
Where's
then
Pump at, dude?
the last week hasn't aged well for him either, right? So
Nope.
game one didn't age well, and then the rest of the week hasn't. So he's waiting for the bad game, and as soon as you see that, you'll see the Pump.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see Uncle Pump. As soon as Ace Bailey plays well, because I still don't know if he has. As soon as he does, you'll see the Pump, man. Let Ace Bailey drop a 25. I feel like Pump will be in the chat. Like that's KD.
That's cute.
Ace Bailey,
BJ's
3 games. Ace Bailey, 3 games, 2.7 points, 2.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, shooting 15.8%.
Yeah.
Good start.
Yeah, good
Don,
stuff.
I'd take Lane, but I don't know why he leaves Ole Miss for Penn State right now.
He would go to LSU now.
Yeah, if you're leaving Ole Miss,
Yeah.
you go to LSU.
Yeah.
I heard.
If not, you stay. If not, you
heard
stay
Sa-
because you just got a good thing going there.
Yeah.
I heard a little rumor that Saban might be interested in LSU. I don't know how true that was.
Well, they're gonna have to throw like 20 mil
Yeah.
at least.
Well, that's when you go right to Miss Terry. You bypass Nick and you go to Miss
Yeah,
Terry and tell her
right.
how many zeros are at the
Pat
end.
McAfee exposed the
Did you
whole
see that?
thing. Yeah. He exposed that entire system. How that's gonna work.
Penn,
Yeah.
Penn State throws 30 mil at Miss Terry. Like, hey, come up to Happy Valley.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, you
Hey,
get your own
hon.
ice cream at the creamery.
Yeah. Hey, hon. Pack it up. We're going to State College.
Do you like the cold, Miss Terry?
You
You
don't
will.
have much of a choice.
You will.
You will. Welcome.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean,
Good stuff.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, good
It
stuff.
is. So,
Good time of the year. Good time of the year.
Yep.
Great time where everything rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Hey, man. What was it? Sports Equinox on Sunday? Did we just have
Yeah.
Sports
Yep.
Equinox?
Yeah.
We love that. We
Give
love
it to us
that.
again. All right. Great show. My mouse is going to die, so I'm going to get us out of here.
That's what she said.
Yep. HED Wednesday nights. Only on HED Radio. 10-9-8. Fly Eagles fly. We'll see you for the next Eagles game. And a little Go Flyers. So giddy up. We love you all. Appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe on your way out. And turn those damn notifications on for the next time you want to, so you can swing in with us. Spend the night. All right. Bring a bag with you. Okay. Bring a bag. Yeah. Come on in. Come on in, babe. Come on in. Yeah, Greg. I see you, babe. You liked Michael Carter. Michael Carter, the other one. You know what I mean? The one who come in an Eagles green, not the Sixers one who had that one game. And that's what the Sixers felt like to me. It was like the Michael Carter game. I was like, don't be that. And then then they won another 3 games. I'm like, okay, it's not that. It's not that. All right, we're out. Love you.